Charlie 5. There was a coaching decision made on Sunday. Cornelius Williams has been let go. Your thoughts?
At first, I was just shocked because it kind of seemed early. And then, I saw a lot of people talking about it. This is a scapegoat. This is that, this is the other. And the more I really thought about it, and then he said something in his press conference today that I'm not sure if a lot of people caught, and I'll go over that in just a second. But I started to think, why do you have a scapegoat? You have a scapegoat when you care about what people think. Hey, right. Look, I am trying to fix things. Look, I fired. This is the problem. I'm trying to fix it. Bryan Harsin, I've already said it. He does not care about optics. He does not care about the way things look. If it's a bad look, he doesn't care. He does not care. So that leads me to believe that there was a bigger issue, whether it be performance, whether it be discipline, whether it be whatever it was, there was an issue that he had, and he already had the guy in line that he probably wanted there to begin with on staff. So he could go ahead and cut it off right there and be done with it. And he said something in his press conference today. I'm not sure if you caught it, but he said that there's been multiple times where we line up on offense with 10 guys. And if you remember, in the game-winning drive against Georgia State, there was at least once, if not multiple times, where TJ is looking over to the sidelines in absolute panic because there's only 10 guys on the field, and we have to run out a wide receiver right at the end to get lined up. What does that mean? I don't know the responsibilities there. Was that Cornelius's responsibility to make sure his guys know the signals and the packages and the things like that they're supposed to go into? I don't know. I know that this offense is very complex. There's tons of formations. There's a lot of memorization. There's a lot of motions. There's a lot of packages. There's a lot of things that go into it. This is not a Neil Brown offense where it's sort of simplistic, spread every single formation, screens and quick passes and then go chuck it deep. Like, this is not one of those type of offenses. It's very complex. Spacing matters. It matters. And I think that he saw a problem and he went ahead and addressed it immediately.
That's interesting. I remember that happening. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together, but even if it's not his decision, like in the game, it is his responsibility to make sure his receivers are ready. And a lot
Absolutely.
of things fall into that, right? As far as knowing routes, knowing the formations, knowing when you're supposed to be in the game and everything that kind of goes in between those things. So
100%.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. One of the questions I was going to ask you is, did you think it was a scapegoat type situation? I know you put that in a message thread on the message board at auburnlive.com,
right,
on Monday or Sunday, whenever that was. And so I think that's a good thought process. I think that makes a lot of sense there.
To be a scapegoat, you have to care. You have a scapegoat when you're trying to send a message or put an image out there that something's being putting the blame on all of our problems. Our blame is on Cornelius Williams. But in order for that thought process to work, you have to have somebody that actually cares about that is actually worried about that. And I don't think that's Bryan Harsin personally.
Right.
I don't think it is at all.
That mindset is so different than like how 99% of people in the world think.
If Nick Saban does this, nobody cares. Nobody bats an eye.
That's true.
Nobody bats one single eye.
So one thing that people have asked, and I've gotten it on Twitter, I've gotten it on the comment section on YouTube, and I've just seen people say this. Does Harsin deserve just the blind trust? Does Harsin deserve that from the fan base?
Well, I mean, if we want to continue to be the same Auburn that we've always been, where it's just let's hire SEC retreads or someone with SEC ties, force them to hire all SEC ties coaches. They don't get to do what they want to do, and then we scoff if they don't do things the way that we envision other SEC coaches do. If we continue to do that, I mean, we can expect. I mean, how can we not expect the same results? I mean, until this guy proves that he can't get the job done. I mean, we're 4 games in. We're 3-1. He made one of the most. I can't even remember the last time an Auburn quarterback was benched in the middle of a game to go to the backup to create a spark, and it ended up winning the football game. I'm not sure that Bo could have driven the team 98 yards to win the game, albeit Georgia State. Who cares? Right. He put somebody in, created a spark, and the kid made some plays that I don't think Bo could have made, keeping his eyes downfield, and won the football game. So if you want to have the same results, be mad. If you want to continue to be a 7-8 win team, be mad. Maybe that's what Harsin's going to be. Maybe it's not. It's something we're not used to 100%. And I, for one, am excited about that aspect of it, because this is something different than we've all expected, all seen for however many years. And we'll see how it pays off.
I thought you would say that. That's why I asked that. And I think it's a good answer. What are your general thoughts on Eric? Is it Kaiso?
I'm gonna go with Keesaw.
I think it is Keesaw. I think that's what Harsin
like seesaw, but with a K.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I mean,
I think he's fine, right? I think obviously he knows Harsin. He's on the same page, and it sounds like maybe Coach Williams wasn't on the same page based on some of the reasoning that you were throwing out there. So at this point in the season, it's definitely the guy that you go to. But yeah, he's got a lot of experience.
For sure. He was Lane Kiffin's #1 grad assistant at Alabama during the 2015 season. He's been an offensive coordinator. I think that if he would have not been retained earlier at Boise State, he would have already been the wide receivers coach. But I think he was kind of holding out, thinking he would be retained, and then wasn't. So we hired him as an analyst. He was basically the assistant wide receivers coach. So I mean, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I don't think they'll really miss a beat in that sense. Moving forward, I'm not sure. I mean, can he recruit here? But then again, that goes back to doing it the way we've always done. Should we go hire a wide receiver coach with SEC ties, or should we let Harsin get who he wants and do it his way and see if it works? Right. And then at the end of 2 or 3 years, we'll see if we're moving in the right direction.